Hey, Pastor Joe, what are you doing?
Hi. Hey, this is our potatoes. And what we did, why don't you come closer and people can hear maybe better. What we did is a couple months ago, I guess. Was it a couple months ago we planted potatoes?
Yeah, we planted in March.
Like March. We took the starts and we stuck them in the ground, and then potato plants came up, and then we put these tires around the potato plants when they got about 6 inches high, and we then covered it up to the top of the plant. We left about this much of the plant sticking out. We started out doing that with dirt. Then I had a brother come out here, and he said you can also use straw or mulch. And so now we've got an experiment going on. If you look at this one right here, this one's full of dirt, and then over here, this one has straw, and then this one's dirt, and this one I was just putting more mulch in right here. And basically you just fill it up to it's about 6 inches, and the concept is you keep stacking tires, and the potatoes grow in the medium that you're doing, and then when it's time to harvest them, you kick over the tire stacks, and it's easier than digging potatoes. Theory. Well, we tried this in Kansas one time, and the tires got too hot from the sun. They were black. And so I was going to paint them all white, and then, thought, well, we can paint them other light colors and kind of make it look nice. And so we did that. I had a brother out here, the same one who was telling me about the straw. He really didn't like the idea of planting in rubber and using paint, as far as ingesting that. We're going to eat these potatoes this year, but next year, if you just look at these right here, we're probably going to do it more like this, where we use natural materials to kind of hold the medium, whichever medium ends up working the best, straw, dirt, or mulch. And it actually even looks nicer, I think, And so that's our potatoes. We've got a pretty good start on them. We're just kind of starting the garden right now. I'm going to take the camera. I'll let Sister Kate kind of show you what else we have going on here.
Hey,
say hi. Well, there you are. All right.
All right, so if you'll kind of move this way, what we've got going on is rows that head north-south, and this row just were planted, and so there's very small plants in there, but they're coming up. One is turnips, one is rutabagas.
Okay.
And then the next row is kind of a short row. It's tomatoes right here.
And we've kind of delineated them because I'm colorblind, and so green doesn't stick out against brown to me like it does to other people. So that's to make sure we don't step on them. Okay, we have some weeding to do.
Yeah, we have some weeding to do, and then there's another row of tomatoes right here, and they're marked with sticks, and they're in a row too. And then right next to them,
garlic
is a row of garlic, which someone gave to us, so it's been planted kind of late. And then the next garlic that's way taller was planted last fall. And then we have sort of a walkway area here in between the rows with nothing except weeds. And then these rows go this way, same thing, north-south. And this is lettuce in the front. It's the mix, so we've got some brown and some leafy green and some, just regular green.
And we've been eating this already, right?
Right, we're eating it all the time now. Right next to it is spinach right here. Probably planted too close together, but we're already starting to eat that too. And this particular row of spinach, we didn't plant the entire row. We stopped, and then another set was planted. So there's going to be spinach coming up further down in the row, so we get spinach, because it goes to seed, and then you can't
Speaking of seed, what's going on here?
Okay, so this next row is another row of the mixed lettuce, and there's this weird tasting lettuce. It tastes kind of like mustard. It's called arugula. It's really strong flavored. And the arugula, for whatever reason, I've only ever grown it this year. For some reason, it's already started to go to seed. And there's still lettuce underneath that isn't. But I'm going to pick it, and maybe we'll try saving some of the seeds and replanting. So then if we move to our east, we have the 2 rows of the older garlic. As soon as the tops of these die down, get dry, we will harvest those garlics. We planted a lot this year because Pastor really likes it. And right next to it is another one of the garlics that was planted recently. And some of that's going to seed too.
Yeah. Okay,
so then we have a little walkway here with these little pink flags.
What are these beautiful yellow flowers in the middle of our walkway?
Okay, so this is one of our guerrilla garden things. These are mustards, and these may not have even been planted here last year, but there was a mustard plant in this garden, and it will throw seeds down. As a matter of fact, it's starting to flower, and already the little seed pods are starting to grow.
Let me see if I can see one.
On the ends of the stalk.
Oh yeah.
Little skinny things, and they will each be full of mustard seed, which you can make mustard to eat from that mustard seed if you want to. But if you don't, then they're going to drop all those seeds, and then they're going to grow mustard plants.
Which is why we planted a whole bunch on that hillside up there, hoping that it'll kind of lock that in and stop from eroding.
That is the beauty of mustard. It will come up twice a year. So we will have mustard.
And we've been eating this, and we
Yes.
cook it like a green, and you can also put it raw in a sandwich. It tastes like brown mustard is on your sandwich.
And if you're concerned that this back to Eden thing is not working, look at the size of those mustard leaves. This ground is fertile, so it does grow stuff. It's just not very pretty.
Yeah, and this is the ground that Zach and I planted peas with a pick that first year. It's been, what, 3 years now?
Yeah, so it's slowly getting. And then this row right here has 3 small tomato plants, and then the pepper plants, and they're marked with these flags. And then this one
We have some weeding to do when we're done with this video.
also has some small tomato plants that go to the big. And then this row, we think this is a okra plant growing from an okra plant that we had last year. And if it's not, if it doesn't start showing signs that it truly is, it's obviously a weed, and then get rid of it. Onions from last year coming back, whole roll of mustard. And then if you come over here,
Wait, let me talk about this real quick. We planted just the other day, we dug up all along here, and we planted pole beans with the hope that they'll grow up over this greenhouse frame instead of going up poles. So we just planted those the other day.
and it'll be eventually you'll be seeing signs of that. Beans need some warmth. This is a blackberry.
Blackberry or blackberry?
This is a blackberry that has just, they're everywhere.
This whole row right here, this whole stuff is blackberries.
And then I'm looking for, I planted, here it is, I planted mint. I brought it up from Kansas, it's right here, and I just planted hither and thither, guerrilla gardening again, and then was trying to find it, and it did come. So this area will be full of mint in like a year or two, because you know how that grows. And then over this way, we have 2
Grass pots.
Yeah, 2 pots of grass in them, which we will clear and plant. But this one
Okay.
and this one have carrots in them, and the carrots have come up.
Is that what all that little grass looking stuff is?
Yeah, the little grass stuff. So they're going to grow in there. And that one has it in it too, plus a few weeds that have come up. So I'll take them out. That's dill. This is lavender right next to rosemary. They look really similar.
We really need to weed these too.
Well, yeah, we haven't been out here in a week. And oregano here, and then those 2, again, are weed pots, but this one's got blackberries in it. So I may wait till the fruit gets ripe and then pull all the blackberries
Is that basil?
Yes, and then this was Sister Naomi's project last year, and she planted chamomile, which is coming up. All these little yellow flowers, and it dropped some seed last year after she planted it, and it grew up. And so there was chamomile all on the ground, so I dug those up and transplanted them back in the bed, and then put some basil in there, because the chamomile is going to keep going. The basil won't. At the end of the summer, the basil will die off. So I figured it can mix with the chamomile and be fine.
What's over here?
This is Pastor Joe's bean patch. He planted some pole beans.
Nope, bush beans. Those are all bush beans.
Okay, bush beans. Some came up, some didn't, so those seeds may have been
Some
open.
came up and got eaten.
Some came up and got eaten, maybe rabbits coming in here in the evening or deer. And so he replanted more bush beans because we have plenty of time in this season to get stuff established. And that's about it.
Planted cukes over here on this side of the greenhouse to grow up over the,
Oh yeah,
the side of the greenhouse.
Yeah, and they're flowering.
This right here is a pile of dirt topsoil we had delivered to put in our raised beds. It grew grass, and we're just digging it out as we need it.
There are the cucumbers. They're got the little yellow
Yeah.
flowers on them. And then we planted a few cucumber plants by seed, but they have not come up yet.
And then this right here is a weed, but we let it grow. We call it wood sorrel, and it tastes like lemon. It gets little yellow flowers on it, these little pods. It's delicious. You just eat it raw. And so we just let it grow, and I pick it and eat it. And if I wasn't doing this video, I'd pick some and eat it right now. And then in the greenhouse, the only thing we really have going right now is these garlics from the fall. We made this, we laid down big flagstones and then put these pebbles in between it. We have to weed everything out here, but the thought is when this is covered, the sun comes in, heats up these rocks, and then they emanate the heat all night long. We tried planting in these little cells, filled them up with dirt and planted, but when it's summertime and there's no rain, they really dry out fast because the moisture just comes out the side. So right now what I use them for is I let them grow weeds like this, and then I just reach up here and I grab these weeds and I put them right down here on my garlic for a mulch, like that. So, alright, well, I think that's probably all we need to show you right now. Come on over here and say goodbye to the people.
Hi, YouTubes.
All right, see ya.